I'm a fitness trainer and weigh over 200 pounds. My clients love me. Which I think this is interesting, but also a little bit sad when you really think about it. So, growing up as the fat kid in her neighborhood on Long Island, Mort Summers, 36, hated who she saw in the mirror. She weighed over 200 pounds, and doctors pushed fad diets and weight loss surgery on her. It only made her feel worse. Then, when she was 14, her family hired a personal trainer who worked with her on strength training and movement. She got stronger and her self esteem improved, but working out didn't set her on the road to being a skinny gym rat. Instead, it placed her on the path to helping other people achieve their health and fitness goals without worrying about a number on the scale. I have no idea what I weigh. I haven't been on a scale in 3 years. It's a toxic place. Summers, now a certified trainer, told the Post. The 5'6" powerhouse estimated that she's somewhere in the 250-pound range, and that's fine for both her and her clients. Uh, Here's the thing, like, based off of the small amount of photos, videos that I've seen, I think she's closer to more like the 300-pound range. Not 200, not 250, right? And that's a lot of weight to be carrying on a 5'6" frame. Whether this have been fat or muscle, right? Like if you are a pro bodybuilder at 5'6", weighing 250 to 300 pounds of muscle, that ain't good for your body, right? In terms of like longevity. Same thing with her situation. Now, here's the thing. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with people just wanting to feel better about themselves wherever they are in terms of their fitness journey, right? Because the problem that I see a lot of times is that people are never content with what they have, right? And it ends up causing them to go down a very dark path, right? It causes people to end up using performance enhancing drugs. It causes people to end up going down like the food disorder route, right? It leads people down potentially very dark paths if they are not careful, right? That being said, for someone to be like a fitness trainer, like a certified trainer, where you're basically not really trying to help people necessarily lose weight, but just make them feel better about themselves, it's a really odd situation because, okay, you might make them feel better about themselves, but if you don't really improve their physical health, they may not really be around anymore to actually be a client of yours in reality. So let's see. If your goal is to be shredded, to have no body fat, and be crying during your workout session, I am not the trainer for you, said Summers. Well, here's the thing, right? Everybody's goal is different. One, you should probably never be crying while you're working out. That's kind of weird, you know? Like the thing is, like people like try to overcomplicate working out by so much. Like literally, for the majority of people, just to be slightly healthier for longevity perspective, just go walk for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 15 minutes, right? A week. You don't even got to do it a day. Just do it a week, right? And that alone is going to help your health by a pretty large margin. And then if you want to lose weight, just eat slightly less. Don't go like into these crash diets or whatever. It's like basically if you're like okay, whatever way you're eating right now, if you were to just Instead of drinking maybe normal Coke, you are now drinking Diet Coke, and you just make that one change. That one change will actually cause you to, one, be healthier long term because you're going to be losing weight because you're going to be in a small caloric deficit. Let's see. People looking to get strong and healthy, but not obsess over weight loss, are turning to plus size personal trainers both online and off. In 2017, Summers opened Form Fitness Gym in Brooklyn Heights, where she's coached more than 100 clients, among them curvy supermodel Ashley Graham. Never seen her. So, a recent TikTok video of Summers doing push up jumping jacks to a remixed hip hop track has earned over 561,000 alone, while the hashtag plus size trainer is more than 4.6 million strong. Everyone's goal is not to be skinny when they walk into a gym, said Summers, who charges $150 for a single session. Most people just want to feel better. They want their bodies to feel healthy and strong. The problem with this is that you can't really feel healthy when your body is carrying so much weight, muscle or fat, no matter what, right? Like the ideal longevity body type is one that would allow you to walk for a very long time frame. Like whatever body style where you could pretty much walk for like multiple hours without stopping is pretty much the ideal human physique, right? I don't know. It's interesting. And the thing is, like, I don't have anything against people who want to stay big. I just worry that they are going to lessen the length of time that they are on this planet for not really any good reason. So Summers has endured flack from cyberbullies who've called her fat and hatefully questioned why anyone would want to work out with someone who looks like her, but her larger physique is precisely why some flock to her. Like, see, here's the thing, right? I understand that there's probably people that want to work with her because they feel more comfortable with her. They might be thinking, well, she might have the same problems that I have. She probably has dealt with the same issues that I have. And it could just be like daily things because, like, look, regardless if you're like really morbidly obese or really massively big with like muscles, there's like day to day things that you're going to be dealing with that other people are just going to have like no clue what you're having to deal with, right? And it could be something like going to the bathroom. Like going to the bathroom might be some crazy fiasco that someone who's like weighing like 160 might never even think about, right? So I understand the perspective, but at the same time, is it the right choice really for you? So a lot of my clients come to me because I look like them. I have a belly too, she said. I know what they're going through. Sarah Taylor, a 38-year-old trainer in Toronto, also uses her struggles with weight and self esteem to connect with clients. See, this is the thing that like worries me because like if you are struggling with weight, how are you going to be able to help other people who are struggling with their weight, right? Because you are struggling with your weight for a reason that you can't break yourself. So, what makes you think that you could break that issue for other people who might want to lose weight? I know what it's like to absolutely hate yourself. I know what it's like to work out 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, and throw up after every workout because you hate yourself, said Taylor, who weighs around 250 pounds and is 5'11". Now, also, I understand that there's some people in very specific situations where, genetically speaking, they are more prone to be bigger people. That being said, the harsh reality when it comes to like weight gain or loss, whether it be fat or muscle, is that it all really matters what you're putting in versus what you're putting out, right? Like, if you're always in a caloric surplus, it doesn't matter how much work you end up doing, you're going to be getting bigger, right? For example, if you're eating like two extra large pizzas and a 2 liter soda every single day, it's going to be almost impossible to work that off every day, right? Like the amount of cardio that you would have to do alone to wipe that out, unless you had like crazy amounts of muscle, would be almost impossible to really do, right? And what I've seen personally with people who tend to be this big is that it's not always necessarily what they're eating, but potentially what they're drinking. Like a lot of people think that, oh, because they're drinking like juices or something is healthy, but they might be drinking like a 2 liter orange juice bottle. That's like what, thousands of calories? They could be drinking like multiple 2 liter soda bottles, right? That's thousands of calories of just pretty much pure sugar, right? With if they just change that to like diet versions or low calorie options, but still drinking basically the same amount, they could be literally cutting like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds in almost no time. So while working out at a commercial gym before becoming a trainer in 2018, Taylor recalled being fat shamed by a woman who gave her a dirty look and asked, "Do you have a medical clearance to exercise here?" Which, I mean, that might have happened. I don't think I've ever seen someone actually be that much of a Karen, but who knows? So the incident, though hurtful, inspired her professional fitness journey. What I've learned and what I tell my clients is that you can't change yourself if you hate yourself. Well, I'd have to disagree with that. Let's see, the only way you're going to see true change is by truly loving yourself. Well, I mean, if you truly loved yourself, you would probably stop putting stuff in your mouth that are making you less healthy. She preaches self appreciation during her weekly 60-minute group training session, which she hosts virtually through her own fitness app for a $55 monthly subscription fee. The workouts include upper body, lower body, and core strength training routines, and for each exercise, she provides modifications for users who are uncomfortable or unable to perform a full movement. Under her tutelage, a person's weight is never discussed. Interesting. I'm a personal trainer, I just happen to exist in a plus size body, she said. My approach is very different than a typical personal trainer's because my goal isn't to whip people into losing weight. It's about empowering women to feel comfortable in their own skin. Las Vegas plus size trainer Jessica Goins also never discusses the scale with her clients. She doesn't make them do much cardio training, nor does she force folks to track their food intake. Instead, she kicks off each of her virtual exercise courses held via Zoom by putting her clients in a positive mindset through open dialogue about their physical, mental, and emotional challenges. And the thing is, right, you don't even have to do that much. Like, the thing is, you don't even necessarily need to even track the food that, well, like what you're actually putting in your mouth, right? You could do the thing that's, I think is termed like mindful eating or whatever, where like you can pretty much tell when you're hungry and you eat enough to basically feel full-ish, but not fully full. But the main thing is, like, I think this is the biggest issue for a lot of these people that are this size, is that they are just drinking a lot of their calories. And if they just change to like a diet option without really even changing the amount of food that they actually put in their mouths, they would probably lose a lot of weight without really actually changing much of anything in their lifestyle. We start each session talking about how they're feeling, so Goins 33. We work through any obstacles, whether it's mindset, nutrition, or how they feel about themselves, and then after that, we get into the workout. For Goins, a recovering binge eater, ooh, that's pretty tough. Having a renewed mindset aided her in overcoming her disorder. My goal as a trainer is to make sure my clients are healthy, body, mind, and soul, she said. It's not all about losing weight. So let's check out some of these comments because they're probably going to be interesting. It's good that these people work out, but being overweight is not healthy. They need to eat proper diets. They are young right now, but their weight will catch up to them with age. But kudos for trying to be fit, lose some weight. I tell any young woman who will listen to lose weight now. It absolutely doesn't get easier with age. Let's see, people feel better after comparing themselves to her. This is the world we live in now where obesity, not just being slightly overweight, is celebrated. She's severely obese, which is a huge health risk factor to many diseases: cancer, high blood pressure, heart attack, diabetes, sleep apnea, which is a very dangerous situation. Absolutely disgraceful and disingenuous to highlight and condone her as a role model, but it doesn't surprise me these days, according to this comment. 150 per session doesn't include breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sounds like she's ripping people off. Is that for 1 hour session? For 150, I'd expect to get a workout booklet for the month, a diet plan, and a meetup for training once a week. The thing is, I'm not really bothered by the price, but the problem is, anytime you charge like money, you should try like specifically for like training or like coaching or whatever. You should be trying to get like a specific result, right? Like for example, if you were to go to 40inbox.com or go down below and learn how I got out of debt and grew my net worth, if you were to go there and buy the product, the specific goal that it tries to do for you, is to help you get out of debt, right? That is the specific goal, right? That is the goal. What is the goal for her? Just to make you feel better in the training session? And you're charging 150? Is this like a happy ending kind of situation? Like, I don't know. A recovering binge eater. This means she's trying to lose weight. If you're trying to recover from binge eating and succeed, this means you'll lose weight. But didn't the article say Goins is happy with her weight? Anyways, there can be high strength at any size, but not good health at any size. Mort can deadlift a house, but that weight will catch up to her as she gets older. Sounds like a self-help class to me. Obesity is not normal or healthy. Always take your car to a mechanic who has worse car problems than you do. I'm a convicted lawyer currently serving time. I do all my work from the other side of the plexiglass. My clients love me. Wow. Wow. That's a different perspective. Losing weight is about a healthy, reduced long term change diet and eating behaviors. She should be setting an example. Clients, she doesn't have to be a fitness pro, but all the power to her if she can charge $150 per session as a life coach and fitness coach. Hey, here's the thing. How about this? Ever in the future, if this ends up getting a bigger audience, I'll charge $1,000 per text message as your life coach. Like, oh, Lord. Low life expectancy. There are no old fat people. Diabetes, inflammation, prematurely worn out joints, body positivity is a lie, and obesity is incredibly unhealthy. Yeah. Feel free to give your thoughts on this if you stumble upon this. Give your own perspective, whether you agree with me or not, whether you agree with them or not. My thing is, when it comes to weight, you could simply change one thing at a time so that you can stick with whatever goal that you have, right? Like if you just want to like be a little bit leaner for health reasons, just change one thing. One thing at a time. Like you don't got to make any big changes, just one thing at a time and see what happens after next week, right? You don't have to make drastic changes. And since we talk about money so much, the reality with being this big is that your medical bills are going to be insane. Your health insurance is going to be insane. And, oh, by the way, you may not even be insurable in terms of life insurance. So if there's people that actually rely on your income, you may not even be able to get insured if you're morbidly obese. Like, this is a very scary situation, and people really need to take it seriously. But just because you need to take it seriously doesn't mean you have to make drastic changes right now. Like, if you're drinking a bunch of soda, just drink diet soda. Make that one change. See what happens. Will you feel better after a few weeks of doing that? Find out, you know? You don't got to do anything crazy. And by the way, if you want to learn how to get out of debt, go down below or go to 40inbox.com.